The Soshanguve murder suspects, some allegedly linked to multiple other murders.
The foreigners are not paying tax. Most of them, they are shipping their money.
Doubts over the legitimacy of thousands of Spaza registrations. And acquitted again, former FIFA boss Blatter and France football legend Platini duck fraud charges for the second time. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent.
Let's start off with some good news. 12,000 more people are in jobs today. Stats SA says employment has risen by 0.1% in the last quarter. Staying with the money, maybe the Government of National Unity should look to KZN for tips on getting a budget passed. The KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Treasury has tabled a 158 billion rand budget for the 2025-26 financial year without any interruptions. This is the first budget for the province's coalition government of provincial unity.
I think the focus is on what I've been trying to achieve in the last 8 months, is that our focus area needs to be to protect our frontline department. We're not in easy financial times. Money's difficult, money's tight, and we need to make sure that education, health, social development are protected.
Action SA has confirmed it won't support the national budget.
Action SA cannot impose tax increases on South Africans to assist those governing in the GNU who are notionally against these increases to continue doing so on the backs of South Africans.
A second suspect has been arrested in relation to the killing of 6 community safety patrollers in Soshanguve. A group of 12 who were doing their routine checks on Saturday were stoned and some shot dead. The suspects, aged between 27 and 50, were arrested yesterday in a multidisciplinary operation and are accused of committing multiple murders and attempted murder. They are expected to appear at the Pretoria North Magistrates Court tomorrow for charges of murder, attempted murder, possession of unlicensed firearms and ammunition.
The crime in this area is very high. They steal all kinds of things. The other time they stole shacks of people and their clothes, and the community formed a patrolling group to try and put an end to this.
Targeting the crimes made easy due to our porous borders. The Special Investigating Unit has flagged more than 100 improperly awarded study visas. SIU head Andy Motibi made the announcement at the launch of the Border Management and Immigration Anti-Corruption Forum today.
And we know that we have to follow a legal process to really have those ultimately revoked. But this really shows really the importance of going and diving deep into investigations and finding areas where the process were beset by fraud and corruption.
3 months into Donald Trump's presidency, conservative media commentator Leo Brent Bozell III has been nominated as the USA's ambassador to South Africa. Leo Bozell is the founder of Media Research Center, an organization whose sole mandate is to expose liberal bias in the media. Bozell's son was recently pardoned by Trump after being convicted for 4 years in 2023 for assaulting a police officer during the failed January the 6th insurrection. Over the next few weeks, Bozell will appear before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, where a vote will be taken to confirm his nomination. Parliamentarians have cast doubt on whether the almost 3,000 approved applications for foreign nationals to operate Spaza shops in the country meet the legal requirements. This number makes up only 13% of the 23,072 approved applications submitted to municipalities countrywide since July last year. The Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Government says it doesn't believe all the approvals granted to foreign nationals are legitimate. They're calling for greater accountability for children who died last year after eating contaminated food bought from the foreign-run Spaza shops.
It is a controlled industry network of foreign national colluding with our national retail store owners and wholesalers. The foreigners are not paying tax. Most of them, they are shipping their money. They've got the connection through the harbors. They don't put their money through the bank.
Dozens of learners have been left stranded and unable to get to school in the Eastern Cape. That's due to a taxi strike that has brought operations in East London to a standstill. The Mdansani East London Taxi Association is taking this action due to the arrest of taxi boss Gabela Mchala last week. Mchala appeared in court on charges of taxi-related violence, attempted murders, among others. The charges were later withdrawn due to lack of evidence.
School transport has been among the worst affected by this situation, as throngs of learners in school uniform can be seen walking in townships in and around East London. These were the learners who were ready to go to school, but unfortunately their school transport did not show up at their pickup points. We are looking at the situation with high police visibility, ready to attend to any situation.
Former accused turned state witness Laurentia Lombard was questioned in the Joslin Smith trial today about why she didn't join the search for the little girl. Defence attorneys for the accused are cross-examining Lombard about her testimony, which implicates Joslin's mother, Kelly Smith, and her co-accused for being complicit in the little girl's disappearance.
Kelly Smith's attorney, Ranesh Sivnarayan, started his cross-examination of Laurentia Lombard by asking the witness about their friendship. Sivnarayan told Lombard that Smith regarded her as a close friend and would often share food and money with her and her 2 children. Lombard admitted she used drugs with Smith and would visit her shack in Middelpost daily. When questioned about why Smith was sometimes rude to her, Lombard told the court Smith suspected she was having an affair with her boyfriend Jacqueline Apollos. Sivnarayan was about to start questioning Lombard about the statement she gave police after her arrest in March last year, when she requested an adjournment, saying her head was spinning. Judge Nathan Erasmus adjourned the matter, saying it's not the first time the witness becomes unwell when it's crunch time. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News, Saldanha Bay.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has described the USA pulling its funding from South Africa as a wake-up call for the country to develop its own capabilities. As a result, South Africa has lost about 8 billion rand towards its efforts to fight HIV/AIDS. The president was speaking on the sidelines of the Democratic Nursing Organization of South Africa's 9th Congress currently taking place. We also lamented the high number of nurses who leave the country for better opportunities.
Well, we've had discussions about the stoppage of funding, and it is entirely within their own right. I mean, it is their money, and in many ways it's a wake-up call on our part as South Africans that we've got to find ways of being self-reliant, of relying on our own resources, and that is what our people expect, even within our fiscal constraints and challenges.
Former ANC spokesperson Pule Mabe has enlisted the legal services of renowned lawyer Zola Majavu in his fraud and corruption case. Mabe, alongside his wife and 6 other co-accused, appeared in the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court in connection with a multi-million rand tender scandal. It's alleged his company was improperly awarded a 27 million rand tender by the Gauteng Agriculture Department in 2017. The state believes the company failed to disclose its ties to Mabe, who was a member of parliament at the time. The case has been postponed to the 17th of June. Former FIFA boss Sepp Blatter and France football legend Michel Platini have been acquitted of fraud, forgery, mismanagement and misappropriation of FIFA money charges in 2011 for the second time. It's alleged Blatter made payments to Platini amounting to $2 million. Blatter says the payment was a consultancy fee. Blatter stepped down from his position in 2015 to end his 17-year tenure as football's most powerful figures. Staying with football, the FIFA World Cup qualifiers taking place in the Ivory Coast tonight between Bafana and Benin. The South African team will be back on home soil before Travis Scott gets here. The superstar will be taking his Circus Maximus World Tour to the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg on October the 25th. Good luck getting a ticket. And we'll leave it on that note. See you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.